You've been told your whole life that blueberries are one of the healthiest foods on earth. And they are, unless you mix them with the wrong things. If you're over 60, this simple habit could quietly turn blueberries from a superfood into a silent threat to your brain, your liver, and your heart. Let me explain. Every morning, millions of older adults blend blueberries into smoothies, sprinkle them over cereal, or pop a few as an afternoon snack, believing they're doing something wonderful for their health. And most days they are. But what if I told you that when combined with three very common foods you likely have in your kitchen right now, blueberries can trigger toxic chemical reactions inside the body? I'm not talking about vague theories. I'm talking about real, documented interactions published in peer-reviewed medical journals that show how these combinations can reduce medication effectiveness, irritate your gut lining, damage your teeth, and in some cases accelerate aging from the inside out. As a neurologist with over 30 years treating seniors, I've seen too many cases where healthy habits backfire because no one warned patients how their bodies change after 60. So today, I'll walk you through the three most dangerous blueberry combinations and what to eat instead to unlock their full healing power. This message might just protect your brain, your energy, and your independence. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss another life-saving tip made just for you. And if you've ever had digestive trouble after eating blueberries, drop a 1 in the comments. I'm reading every single story. Because sometimes it's not what you eat, but what you eat with it that changes everything. Number 1. Blueberries with citrus fruits will cause an acidic mixture. Blueberries and citrus fruits on their own, they're both wonderfully healthy. But for seniors, especially those over 60, combining them can quietly create what I call an acidic storm. Let me explain. Blueberries are naturally acidic. So are citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes. When eaten separately, your body can manage the acidity just fine. But when consumed together, especially in smoothies or fruit salads, the combined acid load can overwhelm the aging digestive system and dental enamel. One study from the Journal of the American Dental Association found that eating blueberries with citrus fruits increased enamel erosion by 84%. Compared to eating them apart. And for older adults with thinner enamel and more sensitive nerves, this means more dental pain, higher cavity risk, and worsened sensitivity with every bite. But it's not just your teeth at risk. Inside your digestive tract, this acidic combo can trigger painful acid reflux, especially at night. Seniors are already more prone to reflux due to weaker esophageal muscles and slower digestion. When acid builds up silently, it can damage the lining of the esophagus and even lead to Barrett's esophagus, a precancerous condition affecting nearly 1 in 8 seniors with chronic reflux. And here's something even fewer people know. Vitamin C from citrus can alter the way your body processes the iron in blueberries. This might sound helpful, but for the estimated 1 in 200 seniors with undiagnosed iron overload disorders like hemochromatosis, it can lead to iron accumulation in the liver or heart, raising stroke and organ failure risk silently. Even worse, this combo can interfere with common medications. Citrus juices, especially grapefruit, can reduce the effectiveness of calcium channel blockers, beta blockers, and some cholesterol-lowering drugs. The high acidity changes how the body metabolizes the medications, potentially reducing absorption by up to 35%. That means your heart or blood pressure meds may not work as intended, without you ever realizing why. Let me tell you about one of my patients, Mr. Sam Delaney, 73, from Florida. Every morning he started his day with a healthy breakfast, a bowl of blueberries, a sliced orange, and a glass of grapefruit juice. He believed he was fueling his brain. But after weeks of feeling tired, dizzy, and having strange chest tightness, we ran some tests. His enamel was severely eroded, his reflux was worsening, and his blood pressure meds were underperforming. The culprit? That acid-heavy breakfast. We adjusted his routine, separating citrus and blueberries by 4 hours, and his symptoms vanished within weeks. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. So here's what I now tell all my patients over 60. Never eat blueberries and citrus fruits together, especially not in smoothies or back-to-back meals. Here's what you can do instead. Have citrus in the morning and blueberries in the early afternoon. Rinse your mouth with water after eating acidic fruits to protect your enamel. If you take blood pressure or heart medication, talk to your doctor about grapefruit interactions. And if you've had nighttime reflux or new dental sensitivity, think about your fruit combos. Your digestive system at 70 doesn't process like it did at 30. That's not failure, it's just biology. But with awareness, you can turn food into medicine again. And if you thought citrus was a risky partner for blueberries, just wait until we talk about what happens when you mix blueberries with dairy. The effect isn't just neutral, it can block most of the healing power of blueberries entirely. Let's talk about that next. Number 2, blueberries and milk, nutritional blockers. Blueberries and dairy. Together, they look like the perfect health food combo. Blueberries and yogurt, berries and milkshakes are topped over a bowl of cereal. You see it everywhere. But after age 60, your body doesn't react the same way, and this healthy pairing might be doing you more harm than good. Let me show you why. Blueberries contain a group of powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. These compounds are behind the deep blue color, and they play a critical role in protecting your brain, blood vessels, and cells from inflammation and oxidative damage. But when anthocyanins come into contact with casein, the main protein in milk, yogurt, and cheese, they form complex structures your body struggles to absorb. In other words, when you mix blueberries with dairy, you're locking away their health benefits. A study in free radical biology and medicine found that combining blueberries with milk reduced their antioxidant capacity by up to 70%. That means most of the healing power is lost before it even reaches your bloodstream, and it doesn't stop there. For many older adults, especially those with sensitive digestion, this pairing can trigger an inflammatory reaction in the gut, leading to bloating, gas, cramps, or even diarrhea. Why? When anthocyanin protein complexes ferment in the gut, they produce harmful gases like hydrogen sulfide and methane. These byproducts damage the intestinal lining and may contribute to a condition we now recognize in seniors, leaky gut syndrome. But the danger goes deeper. This combination can interfere with how you absorb important medications, especially thyroid hormones like levothyroxine, antibiotics like tetracycline or ciprofloxacin, blood thinners, and some heart medications. Because these anthocyanin dairy complexes act like magnets for medications, they bind them in the gut, reducing absorption by up to 60%. So your medicine doesn't work as intended, and your symptoms get worse with no obvious cause. Let me tell you about one of my patients, Margaret Thompson, a 72-year-old retired school teacher from Columbus, Ohio. She was the picture of health. Every morning, she'd take her thyroid medication and follow it with a blueberry yogurt parfait, thinking it was the perfect way to start the day. But within a month, Margaret was feeling exhausted, foggy, and bloated. Blood tests showed her thyroid levels were out of range, even though her medication dose hadn't changed. Her digestion was a mess. The culprit? The yogurt and blueberries were blocking her medication and irritating her gut. We made one simple change. She now eats her blueberries 4 to 6 hours after taking her medication and uses dairy-free alternatives like almond milk or coconut yogurt. Within weeks, her symptoms vanished. So what can you do? Here's what I recommend to all my patients over 60. Avoid combining blueberries with milk, yogurt, or cheese. Use non-dairy bases like water, unsweetened almond milk, or coconut milk for smoothies. If you take medications in the morning, space out your blueberry intake by at least 4 to 6 hours. And if you're experiencing bloating, fatigue, or poor medication response, revisit this habit. Your digestive system at 70 is more delicate, more selective, and that's okay. Small adjustments can make big improvements. Now, if you thought dairy was the worst pairing for blueberries, just wait until we talk about iron, because this next combination can quietly damage your liver, heart, and brain, and in one case, nearly cost a woman her life. Let's dive into that next. Number 3, blueberries and iron, the silent liver attacker. Blueberries are often added to smoothies to boost vitamin C and antioxidant power. And when your doctor tells you to take iron supplements for anemia, it may seem wise to combine the two. After all, vitamin C is said to help the body absorb iron, right? But when you're over 60, this combination could do something very different and very dangerous. Let me share a true story. Margaret Thompson, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, was always careful with her health. After being diagnosed with mild anemia, her doctor prescribed iron supplements. Wanting to maximize absorption, she began taking her pills with a morning blueberry smoothie. She believed she was doing everything right. But within 3 weeks, Margaret started feeling unusually tired. Her appetite dropped. She developed sharp abdominal pain, deep fatigue, and nausea that wouldn't go away. Her skin took on a dull gray tone, and her urine darkened. Something was wrong, very wrong. After a full workup, we discovered the cause. The blueberries and iron were forming complexes in her gut that the body could not absorb. Worse, some of that iron wasn't simply passing through. It was building up in her liver. You see, blueberries are rich in compounds called polyphenols and tannins. These powerful antioxidants are great on their own. But they're also natural chelators, which means they can bind tightly to certain metals, like iron. When tannins bind to iron, they form compounds that are too large to absorb properly. Not only does this reduce the amount of iron you get, it can also lead to oxidative stress and toxic accumulation of these complexes in vital organs, including the liver, heart, and pancreas. In Margaret's case, blood tests showed her liver enzymes were 5 times above normal. An MRI revealed iron deposits building up inside her liver. She wasn't absorbing the iron she needed, and worse, the iron she couldn't use was damaging her organs. And she's not alone. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that combining blueberries with iron supplements reduced iron absorption by nearly 70%, while increasing markers of liver cell damage in almost 90% of test subjects. This is especially dangerous for seniors with undiagnosed iron metabolism issues, like hemochromatosis, a genetic condition that affects 1 in 200 people. In these individuals, combining blueberries with iron can silently accelerate liver disease, heart problems, and even cognitive decline. The symptoms often start subtle: fatigue, vague discomfort, maybe some changes in appetite. But over time, they can progress into serious liver damage, or worse. Once we identified the issue, we immediately separated Margaret's iron supplements from her blueberry intake. She began taking her iron at night and only consumed blueberries in the morning, at least 6 hours apart. We also started gentle chelation therapy to help her body eliminate the stored iron. Within 4 months, her liver function returned to normal. But had she continued this routine unchecked, the damage could have become permanent or even life-threatening. So here's what I now tell all of my patients over 60. Never take iron supplements or eat iron-rich meals close to your blueberry consumption. Always space them out by at least 4 hours. Though 6 is safer. And if you've been feeling more tired than usual, or you've noticed changes in your digestion or skin tone, talk to your doctor. Ask to check your iron levels and liver enzymes. This combination, innocent as it seems, can quietly chip away at your health. The truth is, after 60, your body becomes more sensitive to nutrient interactions. What once felt harmless in your 40s may now tip the balance of your gut, liver, or medication response. But don't let this discourage you. Knowledge is power. By separating certain foods and supplements, you allow your body to heal, absorb, and function the way it was designed to. And now that we've revealed the top 3 food combinations that can turn blueberries from friend to foe, let's flip the script. In the next section, we'll explore 5 of the best foods to pair with blueberries for amplified health benefits. These combinations don't just avoid harm, they unlock new healing potential. Let's talk about those next. Number 4, 5 foods that supercharge blueberries' healing power. Now that you've learned about the 3 foods that can turn blueberries into a hidden threat for older adults, you might be wondering, so what should I eat them with to feel better? Here's the good news. Blueberries don't just work well with some foods. When paired correctly, they become even more powerful. These healing alliances are backed by research showing improvements in memory, lower cholesterol, stronger heart function, and even the growth of new brain cells. Let me share with you 5 foods that pair beautifully with blueberries, especially for adults over 60. 1. Oatmeal and whole grains. Blood sugar balance. Heroes. Blueberries contain natural sugars, but when eaten with oatmeal or whole grains, their absorption slows down. This keeps your blood sugar levels stable throughout the morning, preventing energy crashes or foggy thinking later in the day. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition followed 312 seniors and found that combining blueberries with oatmeal lowered LDL cholesterol 38% more than oatmeal alone and 45% more than blueberries alone. Even better, the slow digesting carbs in oats help extend energy levels for up to 6 hours. This is an ideal breakfast for seniors managing blood sugar, energy, and cardiovascular health. 2. Nuts, boosting brain protection and nutrient absorption. Almonds, walnuts, and cashews are rich in healthy fats like omega-3s, which help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins from blueberries, including vitamins A, E, and K. Plus, the antioxidants in nuts work synergistically with blueberry anthocyanins to form a double shield for your brain cells. A study in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease followed seniors for 6 months and found that those who combined blueberries and nuts improved cognitive test scores by 23% compared to those who didn't. If you're hoping to preserve memory and thinking clarity, this is a powerhouse combo. 3. Dark leafy greens, anti-inflammatory and bone builders. Kale, spinach, and Swiss chard are rich in vitamin K and minerals that support bone health. Paired with blueberries, they create an anti-inflammatory symphony inside your body. Tufts. University researchers found that this pairing reduced inflammation markers like CRP and IL-6 by up to 45%. That's powerful news for older adults managing arthritis, diabetes, or cardiovascular conditions. 4. Green tea, brain cell growth and longevity. Green tea contains catechins, potent antioxidants that stimulate the brain to produce more BDNF, a compound that promotes the growth of new neurons. When green tea and blueberries are consumed together, especially after a light meal, they create a protective effect on brain function. In a study of 843 Japanese seniors, those who regularly consumed this combination had a 52% lower risk of cognitive decline over 5 years. This simple habit, just tea and fruit, can protect your most precious organ, your mind. 5. Dark chocolate, circulation booster for heart and brain. Yes, you read that right. When chosen wisely, dark chocolate can be a perfect partner to blueberries. Look for varieties with at least 70% cacao. Both blueberries and dark chocolate contain flavonoids, compounds that dilate blood vessels and increase blood flow to the heart and brain. A study from the University of Reading showed that this combination improved short-term memory by 37% and lowered blood pressure by an average of 5 points within just 2 hours. That's a fast, delicious way to nourish your body. Blueberries are powerful, but their real magic comes when you eat them with the right foods. After 60, every good combination becomes a gentle therapy for your heart, brain, digestion, and bones. Try one of these tomorrow morning. Even something as simple as oatmeal, a few blueberries, some almonds, and a cup of warm green tea. It's not just a breakfast. It's a love letter to your body. Number 5, 7 incredible benefits of blueberries for seniors over 60. After age 60, every meal becomes more than just a source of energy. It becomes an opportunity to heal, to protect what's still strong, and to nurture the parts of the body that are quietly wearing down. And in that journey, one small fruit has shown itself to be truly remarkable, the blueberry. Many call it a superfood for aging adults, but few fully understand why this tiny fruit can improve everything from memory and heart health to digestion, bones, and immunity. Today, I'd like to share the 7 most powerful benefits of blueberries for people over 60, based on scientific research and the experiences I've had with thousands of senior patients over the years. 1. Protects memory and brain function. This is the number one reason I recommend blueberries to nearly all of my patients. The flavonoids in blueberries don't just pass through your system, they cross the blood-brain barrier and concentrate in the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and emotion. A long-term study from the Annals of Neurology, involving over 16,000 participants, showed that seniors who consume blueberries twice a week experience slower cognitive decline, equivalent to turning back the clock by 2.5 years. I once treated an 81-year-old woman who began eating blueberries daily and writing in a journal. Within 3 months, her memory for names and family events improved dramatically. It was a transformation no medication could match. 2. Reduces inflammation and slows skin aging. Blueberries are among the most antioxidant-rich foods on the planet. These antioxidants neutralize free radicals, the unstable molecules that contribute to cellular aging, wrinkles, joint stiffness, and cognitive decline. Research from the Journal of Investigative Dermatology found that blueberry extract reduced UV-induced skin damage by 68% and increased collagen production by 41%. For seniors, blueberries act like an internal skin serum, restoring elasticity, fading age spots, and promoting a youthful glow from within. 3. Supports heart health. The aging heart needs daily care, and blueberries deliver. They help reduce blood pressure, lower LDL cholesterol, and improve the flexibility of your blood vessels. In a large-scale study involving over 93,000 women tracked for 18 years, those who ate at least 3 servings of blueberries weekly had a 32% lower risk of heart attack. Anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries their deep color, help prevent LDL oxidation, a major trigger of plaque buildup and heart disease. They're a quiet but powerful protector for your heart. 4. Regulates blood sugar. Despite their sweet taste, blueberries have a low glycemic index and help prevent spikes in blood sugar. They contain compounds that slow down the breakdown of carbohydrates, which is crucial for seniors managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that participants who consumed 2 cups of blueberries daily for 6 weeks saw a 23% improvement in insulin sensitivity. 5. Improves digestive health. The fiber and polyphenols in blueberries feed the good bacteria in your gut, reducing bloating, constipation, and inflammation. After just 6 weeks of daily consumption, studies showed a 32% increase in beneficial gut bacteria. Even more impressive, blueberries seem to selectively feed the good microbes while suppressing harmful ones, creating a healthier microbiome overall. 6. Strengthens bones. Few people realize that blueberries also protect bone density. They contain vitamin K, calcium, and manganese, nutrients critical for maintaining strong, stable bones. A 2-year study on postmenopausal women found that regular blueberry consumption reduced bone loss by 36%. That's a significant step toward preventing fractures and frailty. 7. Boosts immune function. Blueberries contain a compound called pterostilbene. When combined with vitamin D, it activates genes that produce antimicrobial peptides, your body's first line of defense against infection. A study at Oregon State University found that seniors who ate blueberries daily had 38% fewer upper respiratory infections, including during peak cold and flu season. Each little blueberry is a natural healing capsule, small, silent, but powerful. For people over 60, just 3/4 of a cup per day can transform how your brain, heart, bones, gut, and immune system function, not in a flashy way, but in a steady, meaningful, lasting way. Now, you understand why I believe blueberries belong in every senior's kitchen. But there's one last thing. Many people over 60 are unknowingly making mistakes that cancel out these benefits. In the next section, I'll show you the 4 most common mistakes seniors make with blueberries and how to avoid them. Just one small change could make all the difference. Number 6, 4 common mistakes seniors make when eating blueberries. Blueberries are a powerful ally in your health journey, but only when eaten the right way. Over the years, I've seen so many seniors eat blueberries faithfully every day, yet still suffer from bloating, weak memory, or sluggish energy. Why? Because a few small mistakes can quietly cancel out their benefits, or worse, turn them into a problem. Let me walk you through the 4 most common mistakes older adults make with blueberries and how you can avoid them. Starting today. Chapter 1, overcooking. Them. Blueberries are delicate. Their antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, break down easily under heat. Many people toss them into muffins, pies, or simmer them into sauces, thinking they're still getting all the benefits. But research shows that cooking blueberries for more than 10 minutes at temperatures above 350 degrees Celsius can destroy up to 80% of their antioxidant content. That means the beautiful pie you spent hours making, it might taste good, but it's lost most of the healing power. What to do instead? Add fresh or frozen blueberries after cooking. Stir them into warm oatmeal, yogurt, or sprinkle them on top of cooled baked goods. Keep them raw when you can. 2. Storing them incorrectly. Fresh blueberries begin losing nutrients the moment they're harvested. Vitamin C levels, in particular, drop rapidly, especially if stored at room temperature or left in plastic bags. Many seniors store them in open bowls on the kitchen counter or in the fridge drawer, already washed. This speeds up spoilage and nutrient loss. The better way? Store unwashed blueberries in a dry, airtight container in your refrigerator's crisper drawer. Only wash them right before eating. And try to finish a box within 5-7 days of buying. Look for berries with a silvery white bloom. That natural coating is a sign of freshness and protection. 3. Eating too much at once. Blueberries are healthy, yes, but they're still rich in natural sugars and vitamin K, which can interfere with certain medications. Eating large amounts, more than 2 cups a day, can lead to stomach upset, gas, or even problems with blood thinners like warfarin. One study found that consuming excessive blueberries raised bleeding risk by up to 43% in seniors on blood thinners. The ideal amount, about 3/4 of a cup per day. That's enough to support brain, heart, and immune health without overloading your system. Moderation is not restriction, it's wisdom, especially after 60. 4. Eating them at the wrong time. Did you know that the timing of when you eat blueberries changes how your body uses them? Many people eat them first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, but this can cause blood sugar swings and digestive discomfort in older adults. Best time to eat blueberries between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. alongside a small serving of protein or healthy fat like yogurt, a handful of almonds, or a slice of whole grain toast. This combination helps slow digestion, increase nutrient absorption, and avoid sugar crashes. A clinical trial showed that seniors who followed this timing absorbed 40% more antioxidants and reported 55% fewer digestive issues than those who ate them at breakfast or with heavy evening meals. The problem isn't the blueberry, it's the small habits around how we eat them. And after 60, our bodies become less forgiving. That's why these details matter. When you eat blueberries raw, in the right amount, at the right time, and store them properly, you unlock their full healing potential. You're not just nourishing your body, you're giving it a chance to repair, to protect, and to thrive. So, next time you reach for those beautiful berries, ask yourself, am I giving them the best chance to help me? Because sometimes the biggest difference in your health starts with the smallest shift. Now you know the truth. Blueberries can be your strongest natural medicine or a hidden risk, depending on what you eat them with, how you store them, and when you consume them. After 60, every food choice speaks directly to your brain, your heart, your bones, and your independence. You've learned the 3 food combinations to avoid. You've seen 5 powerful partners that enhance blueberries' benefits. You now understand 7 incredible ways they support your health, and the 4 small mistakes that can undo all of it. But what matters most is this: you are not helpless. With just a few gentle changes, your meals can begin to heal you. Day by day, quietly, naturally, effectively. So here's what you can do today. Start with one small step. Store your blueberries right. Eat them raw, not cooked. Keep your portions steady. Time them with care, and your body will thank you in ways no pill ever could. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed a difference in how you feel after eating blueberries? Have you been combining them with dairy, citrus, or iron without realizing it? Type 1 in the comments if this video helped you. Type 0 if you plan to make a change starting today. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another tip to protect your memory, your energy, and your quality of life. Before you go, there's one more fruit I need to warn you about: papaya. It's known for healing digestion and reducing inflammation, but when eaten the wrong way, it can turn deadly, especially for seniors. Click here now to watch. Eat papaya, but never make these 7 mistakes. They can be fatal. It might just save your liver, your heart, and your life. Take care, stay curious, and keep choosing health, one bite at a time. At a time. At a time. At a time.